The Dead Sea Part 1, where no one can ever sink. Almost every attempt to sink yourself in the Dead Sea is unsuccessful. As there is such a high salt concentration in the Dead Sea, you can only float in it. The reservoir of water with no life. The name Dead Sea is no exaggeration. As a result of the high salt concentration in the water, life here is near impossible. The Dead Sea is the only body of water of this kind with the lowest average depression in the world, and it has always enamored scientists. The largest scientific expedition to this area took place during the 60s in the last century. In the Dead Sea, there is virtually no plant or any animal life. Despite this, every year thousands of tourists flock here for the medical properties of the salty water in the lake, for which special facilities have been built. Between the years of 1947 and 1956, in the caves in the northwestern area of the lake, near Qumran, the famous Dead Sea Scrolls were found. More than 500 scrolls written in Hebrew and Aramaic are believed to be proof that the Law of Moses was taught during the 2nd century BC. This discovery is still discussed and debated by theologians worldwide. Some of the hot tourist spots near the Dead Sea are the Judean Desert and the various other biblical landmarks, the Cave of Qumran, the Murabat Canyon, the ancient fortress of Masada, the location of the ancient city Sodom, and the Ein Gadi Spring. The climate of the Dead Sea is subtropical and hot. The average temperature is around 25 degrees all year round. However, it can be as high as 50 degrees Celsius. The statistics of the Dead Sea. The area of the lake is 605 kilometers squared. The salt concentration is 280 parts per million, which is 8 times the average in the sea. The maximum length is 50 kilometers long, the maximum width is 15 kilometers wide, and the maximum depth is minus 306 meters. Some interesting facts about the Dead Sea are: one of the first people to name the Dead Sea was the Greek geographer Pausanias. The first 500 Dead Sea Scrolls of Qumran were accidentally found by a random Bedouin. At present, the Dead Sea Scrolls can be seen in 2 museums in Jerusalem, one of them being Rockefeller and the other being the Israel Museum. And that's all for this first episode of At Last, the World in Your Hand. In the next episode, I'll be covering Greece, New York, Australia, the Pacific Ocean, the River Nile, and the Dead Sea Part 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.